So guys, in today's video we're going to be discussing what is HTML, CSS and JavaScript, how all together work. So let's jump forward. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is the standard markup language used to create the structure of web pages. It defines the elements that appear on a web page such as headings, paragraph, images, links, forms and sections, and etc. HTML uses tags to organize and describe the content so that web browsers know how to display it. In simple terms, HTML provides the basic structure and content of a website. Without HTML, a website would not have a structure or content. So, this is about HTML. Okay, next, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS is a style sheet language used to control the appearance and layout of a web pages. It allows developers to style HTML elements by changing things such as colors, fonts, spacing, positioning, animation, responsive layouts. CSS separates design from structure, which makes website easier to design and maintain. For example, CSS can make text bigger, center elements, change background colors, or create modern layout. In simple terms, CSS controls how the website looks. So, this is about CSS. So guys, the next thing is JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language used to add interactivity and dynamic behavior to websites. It allows web pages to respond to user actions and update content without reloading the page, known as Ajax. JavaScript can be used to handle button clicks, validate forms, create animations, update content dynamically, communicate with servers and APIs. It runs directly in the web browsers and works together with HTML and CSS to create fully interactive web applications. In simple terms, JavaScript makes websites interactive and functional. So this is about JavaScript. So guys, this is an example for you to understand what is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This is sample calculator. In a future video, I will make a video of creating this calculator so you can make with me. Now, you don't need to mind this all. Now, I will show what is this. So, this is the HTML of this calculator. This is the basic structure that is given to this calculator. In this basic structure, if I just doesn't have the script or JS and this styles, okay, I just cut these both things, and if I save it, this is the HTML. This is how it looks without connecting the JavaScript and CSS. See, this is the basic structure actually. It doesn't function, it doesn't do anything. See? Now, I'm just, oh sorry. Okay, now I'm going to just Ctrl Z. Okay, and save it. Now it have everything back. Okay, now you know what is HTML. It's the basic structure. Now, if the styles is gone, Ctrl S. The interactivity, I mean JavaScript and HTML are still there. See, it gives the correct answer and everything, but without the styles, this web page is just useless, right? So I'm bringing back the styles here, and all the styles are back. This is why the structure and the coloring, I mean the style and the interactivity are important. Here, this calculator is an example. So this is the basic structure of it, and this is the the interactivity, which is the calculator program, and this is the style of this calculator. Now let's see if this calculator works. 100 plus 1 equals 101. It is correct. See, the calculator works. The main reason, because it have the structure, it have the styling, it have the interactivity. Styling is like not necessary, I'm not saying, Like if there is no styling, no problem, but the thing will still works. So this is an example of you to understand basic structure of HTML and styling and layout of CSS and functionality of JavaScript. Hope you understand this example. So guys, in simple term, like in a simple summary, HTML is the structure of the website or web page. CSS, design and layout. JavaScript, logic and interactivity. So here I can give you 5 examples. The first example is house example. Think about building a house. HTML is the structure of the house. The walls, rooms, doors and windows. It performs the basic skeleton. Now this is about HTML. CSS is the design and decoration. The paint, color, tiles, furniture and how the house looks. This is CSS in that house. JavaScript is the functionality, electricity, water pipes, doorbells, smart switches that makes things work. So HTML builds it, CSS styles it and JavaScript make it functional. This is just an example for you to understand what is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And here's the second example. Like our human body itself is an example. Think of a human body. HTML is the skeleton and body parts. Head, arms, legs and organs. It gives the body its structure. Now CSS is the appearance, like our skin color, hairstyles, clothes and overall look. And JavaScript is the brain and nervous system. It controls movement, reaction and action. So HTML forms the body, CSS make it look good and JavaScript controls the behavior. And a third example that I can give you is a car. Imagine a car. HTML is the car frame and body. Wheels, seats, doors and chassis is the HTML. CSS is design. The paint color, interior, style, lighting design and overall look is the CSS. JavaScript is the engine and electronics, acceleration, braking system, dashboard, controls and sensors. So HTML builds the car structure here, CSS make it stylish and JavaScript make it run. Now for your easy understanding, a fourth example, restaurant meal example. Think about ordering a food at a restaurant. HTML is the food itself, the burger, bun, lettuce and patty. These are the main components. CSS is the presentation, how the food is arranged on the plate and how interactive it looks. JavaScript service and interaction, placing the order, adding extra cheese or updating your order. HTML is the content, CSS is the presentation and JavaScript add interaction. This is a restaurant meal example. You can use burger, whatever you like, okay? And for you guys, a fifth example, book example. Think about a book. HTML is the text and chapters, the actual content of the book. CSS is the design of the pages, fonts, coloring, spacing and layout. JavaScript is the interactive features like flipping pages digitally, bookmarks or searching inside the book. So HTML holds the content, CSS styles it and JavaScript add interactive features. Now you might understand why we use these three. And like with this basic knowledge you can understand like HTML builds the structure, CSS make it beautiful, interactive, JavaScript make it interactive and functional. Now you know what is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now you're ready to go to learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I already made courses of HTML, CSS and JavaScript, beginner courses and full courses. You can watch it right now and learn and move with tech. Subscribe my channel now. Thank you for watching. Hope you understand what are these three technologies.